Coming to the floor. And
well, hi everyone. My name is Johnny Dark, and welcome back to Lincoln, Part 2. In 1860, John Locke Scripps of the Chicago Tribune proposed to write the campaign biography for Abraham Lincoln. Mr. Lincoln would tell him, "Why, Scripps, it is a great piece of folly to attempt to make anything out of my early life. It can all be condensed into a single sentence, and you can find that sentence in Gray's elegy, The Short and Simple Annals of the Poor. That's my life, and that's all you or anyone else can make of it." At the conclusion of Part 1, Abraham Lincoln had left home for good, without ever looking back, rarely to see his father or his stepmother again. That was a strange, friendless, uneducated, penniless boy, a piece of floating driftwood. That driftwood would wind up snagged along the Sangamon River at a new settlement just 2 years old known as New Salem, Illinois. It's here in New Salem where Abraham Lincoln would find his voice, his first love, and his calling. But before he could find anything, he needed to find himself a job. Luckily, or unluckily, he had come in contact with a none too scrupulous businessman by the name of Denton Offutt, who put him to work in a store as a clerk. Mr. Offutt was mighty impressed with Abraham Lincoln, and he would brag on him to his customers about his wit and intelligence and storytelling, but mostly he would brag about his physical strength. How his new young clerk, Abraham Lincoln, could whip any man at anything at any time. Well, some of these compliments fell on the ears of a group of rowdy toughs who specialized in gander pulling, cockfighting, whiskey drinking, and who on a whim could destroy a man's store just for the fun of it. They were a group of ruffians known as the Clary Grove Boys, and they had suddenly taken an interest in Abraham Lincoln. Not because of his wit, his storytelling, or his jokes, but they did want to test out his physical strength. So they challenged him to a wrestling match with their leader, the stalwart Jack Armstrong. Abraham Lincoln really wanted nothing to do with a wrestling match, but did not want to be deemed a coward either, especially in a new town. So he took him up on the challenge, and the match was on, and by all accounts it was indeed a mighty one. How Jack Armstrong had beaten Abraham Lincoln, but by cheating, legging him, as they used to call it. But what really happened was Abraham Lincoln had pinned Jack Armstrong to the ground and stood up over his body and made the offer to take on all comers, just one at a time. The offer was rejected.